Welcome back. Of course, it's still Daybreak Africa. Just like we promised, we have been joined by a guest. Of course, his name is Ademola Oyetunji. He is a youth advocate, and together we'll be talking about youth participation in politics and how it is a catalyst for a paradigm shift for a new Nigeria in terms of governance and inclusion of marginalized sectors. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
So nice to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not new to the talk of youth participation in politics, and of course I say that as a broad heading. Of course, the youth are not the only marginalized folks in the polity of Nigeria. We experience similar with the women as well. So how do we get to the point where these cries will be a thing of the past, where we can finally have a polity and a political system that is all encompassing and no sector or group is marginalized, as the case may be?
Well, thank you. The topic is actually broader than just like you really mentioned in your opening remark. It's not only youths that is actually marginalized or not given chance or recognition or participation in politics, even the women. And it's quite unfortunate that the youth and women are not actually taking their rightful place. Because if you see the politics of the day, who dominates is the youth and the women, but not believing in themselves by adventure and not positioning themselves for political office. So let me say this to you. They are not nobody will come and take you in your house to come and be a political representative. Nobody. You have to fight for it. You have to say, I can do it. You have to say, I have the capacity, I have the capability, and I can represent. That's point number one. Number two is that the youth and women need to know thank God that we are moving into the election period, and this is a good topic even at this point in time. If the youth should vote for youth, you will see what we are going to have. If the women should vote for women, you see what we have. But even the youth and the women in question, they are not believing in themselves. Let me give you an analogy. You see that we are saying that youth in politics, because of that, they have to bring a bill out, and it's now an act, right? That not too young to run. They reduce some ages just because they want participation. Fine, but implementation is the thing. Now, youth themselves don't believe in themselves. By the way, you see a youth that is coming out to be a president of a country, and fellow youths, what experience does he have? Where is he coming from? Who knows him politically? All this kind of talk. I looked at it and said, are you people crazy? Because Macron, France, as we speak today, is 38 years. Oh, let's say, I think Macron should be going to 40.
Definitely.
And if France's economy can be trusted in the hand of that young man, I don't know the economy, I don't know the whole total of what is our economy, what is our GDP, what is the whole budget of the year that cannot be trusted in the hand of the youth. But because even the youths, they don't trust themselves, they don't believe themselves, and Nigerian youth will be telling fellow youth that is aspiring, that he doesn't have experience. I want to ask that youth that if he's not a student of history, he should go and read history. The people that got Nigeria independent were youth in their time.
Yeah.
The likes of the early leaders in Nigeria, they were youth in their time. The current president was actually a youth.
Some of them in power right
They are still
now.
ruling. The president of the day became a governor of Katsina State at 27, 28 thereabouts. He's still in power. Gowon, he was 28 when he became head of state, not just even a minister. The current president became governor, thereafter federal minister, then president. After the coup, the successful coup. So you could see Babangida how old, Baba Obasanjo how old. So all these people put together, now they are the one, or some of the people that believe in their experience. Where do all these people got the experience? The like of Azikiwe, Awolowo, and the rest of them, when they are fighting for independence, how old are they? How old are they? But the problem is not in the headers or the professional politicians, is in the youth themselves and the women. Because the youth in question, they don't have the money bad politics to give. They don't have money to give you. And because you don't believe in them, you still want to collect the normal, you collect Gary, you collect this, that will not even survive you one day, and you cry for it for 4 years. So you don't believe in your people, in yourself, the youth and the women. So I think we need to change the orientation of our people. We need to orientate them. We need to let them know that it go beyond the electoral period when they share money. Of course, the money has never sustained or even do anything for them. So that's my point.
Now, you made a point that the youth, that we do not have to wait till when you are being called up, but you need to make your intention that yes, we are ready to take up that mantle. But one thing I've discovered right now is that youth are now coming up, declaring, making their intentions known that, okay, I want to participate in politics. Let's talk about some of the factors, because we cannot just assume that youths and women who have been marginalized, they are the ones to be blamed and not this present administration. But I must say, let's discuss some of the factors, because number one thing is that looking at the cost of politics and the political gimmicks, saying that, oh, politics is a dirty game, and if you want to go into, I've heard a lot of excuses that even going into politics, you need the godfather factor. That is one thing again. So how do you think all of those things can be overcome for them to say, okay, yes, we are ready to face this?
Thank you. Let me pick it from the very last point, godfatherism. Your godfather might not even be a professional politician if you want to be a successful politician. It can be a professor somewhere, a pastor somewhere, a businessman somewhere who understand, who see your vision, who understand your vision can be. Now, then the issue of godfatherism in politics is because people still believe in money bags. And I'll tell you, Nigeria will be mature very soon. That the professional politician that brings money out only at the period of electioneering, they will soon be put to shame. Like it does happen in Ghana when some youth rejected rice and whatever given to them by their representative, that we don't want this. What we want is what we want: jobs, we want good environment, we want this one. But Nigeria will soon graduate to that level. Hopefully, very soon. We are very close to that. So now you say the cost of running politics. The cost is not accepted. What are they using the money for? If I may ask you, they are using it to share to the those people that makes up the what is it called, delegates, to make them to be a flag bearer of the party. How much are they using for billboard? How much are they using for adverts? So it's not as expensive, but because of the money bags of those people that have stole our money, and they are using the money to fight us. But if we can wake up and say, okay, we are not even going to collect anything, don't worry, your poster, I can print 1,000 poster for you, I can print 2,000 poster for you. That young guy doesn't even need to have millions or billions of naira anywhere if you believe in the man. And that's the direction we are going in this election. As God will have it, I have tools to empower Nigerians youth, so that they will not go the normal way. It's coming. My election is coming up in Osun State. As a matter of fact, I'm very close to the house now. I'll be going to my state in this week.
Yeah.
I've been empowering my fellow Nigerians since 2013, because I believe empowerment comes first. If you empower people at the time of election, you don't need to spend unreasonable amount of money for what? How much are they giving them? Imagine I just enlisted over 10,000 Nigerians, not even youth alone, to benefit for a grant of $1 million plus. So I don't even know the majority of them, but I've enlisted them on my program. So do I need to start giving them 1,000 again? No. I teach you how to do something. I teach you how to fish, not give you fish. That's the way to go.
Let's look at it.
So now the cost of election that you talk about, sorry sir, the cost of election that you talk about, you see that the cost of election is not actually the cost of election. It's cost of bribery for just, it's not it.
But looking at the situation on ground now, it's not limited to just the funds and the other, among other things that are impeding the inclusion of some of these marginalized groups, like we mentioned, the youth and the females. Now, talking about unity, that has been a recurring decimal in terms of this particular kind of discourse, in the sense that when a youth candidate is being fielded, his only opponents are not just the established politicians, but other youths equally come out in their numbers, therefore splitting the votes across the board. How do you address that?
God bless you. I think I said that before we started this show. The youth themselves, they don't believe in themselves. And that's the reason why last election, went away. When you see political aspirant youths, virtually the so-called opposition that want to win the seat, running for presidency, the likes of the Mugalu, the likes of Vladimir, we told them that come together. You guys are youth, come together, form an alliance. APC of today that won the election of 2015, they have to form alliance. Yeah. ACN cannot win because ACN is just Southwest. CPC cannot win. AMPP cannot win. Buhari, their current president, he could not win. He has tried it 3 times before he won 2015. Because the party he belongs to is just a sectional political party. We told Mugalu agreed. But the likes of the rest of them, they are showing they want to be. That's the problem of youth, another thing that we have to talk about. But if they can come together, like the ones of them, I've been seeing them, like Kefito, Anilaju, Khadija, whatever, I've been messaging them. Guys need to synergize efforts. If you want to go for president, calm down. You go for this, agree. In your local government, you can go for House of Assembly or House of, or Senate or something. You still are going to have effect on the system. But a lot of them just want to become president, they want to become governor, and it goes beyond that. Let me tell you, if care is not taking a governor that is also have good intention, the house, it's just a matter of having, the number, and they will remove the governor or the president or whatever. But if you have your people, your power, the power, your strength, even in the house, even in the Senate, that's where to go. It's not all just being president. So the youth, they need to come together. They need to form alliance. There is third force that I'm hearing, but I don't know what is going to be the composition of the third force. And if any party want to win election 2023 from the ruling power or the other opposition, the main opposition, which is PDP, they need to form alliance. If they don't do that, they should go and sit down. Now,
looking at some of the candidates, especially presidential candidates, right now we have a female amongst them. Yeah. So we've heard some people saying that even if you want to have a new face, a fresh person, you need to start from the grassroots. Now, we talked about women being marginalized for a very long time. We've never had it in history that we ever have a female president. And now this person is coming out now. So we've seen a lot of reactions of people saying, oh no, you should have started from the grassroots. This is not the time for you. You have no experience. Do you think it should be based on experience or what?
I have said it. The experience thing that we are talking about, the people that fought for independence of Nigeria, they don't have any experience anywhere. And they did fought and they won the battle. Now we are celebrating it, though now the people in charge of it now, they messed the vision of those people that fought for the independence. No, if now a woman now is saying I can do it, I've said it in my opening remark that youth support youth, women support women. Let's see how it goes. But you people, you are not supporting yourself. If I ask you now, man, do you belong to a political party? Are you actively involved in politics? You would say politics is a dirty game. It's never a dirty game. It's never a dirty game. As a matter of fact, Christians are waking up to that responsibility now that Christians need to be in politics because it's even their rightful place to be in power. So if we can start changing the mindset now,
I think it has a lot to do with the mindset.
We have a lot to do. Changing of mindset. Women go and belong to. I didn't say you come and join my own political party. If you believe in that young woman that is coming up to be, join our force. Vote for her, support her. Don't ask her for money. Don't ask her for rice. Don't ask her for things that, of course, will make her feel like.
But how do we know if this person can actually provide solutions to our problems?
That's something we call manifesto. You hear her out. You question her. But you question our antecedents, our capacity. It's not just by somebody writes something for you. If I said I want to be when I was in Lagos Poly, I represent my set, even when I was in ULA. But what I'm trying to say in essence is the power to govern is not the experience. Forget about it. It's in you. If it's in you, it's in you. Forget about the experience or all those things that they are saying. I don't know where Baba Obasanjo got the experience when he became the president then. I don't know where
I want
the rest of them
to
got the
quickly come
experience
into the
when he
conversation at this particular point in time. Now, I don't mean to cast a dark shadow or make things a bit more gloomy than they seem, but let's take Uganda, for instance. Now, we saw what happened where Ray Museveni, he was contested against by Bobby Wine, who is markedly younger than he was, and of course, for some reason, it seemed like he stood a chance. But we saw how state machinery was used to not only suppress his campaign, but at some point incarcerate the man, making it quite difficult for he and his supporters' campaign to see the light of day. Now, looking at the situation we are in Nigeria, where those who are in power have the power and the resources to basically do and undo. Let me just put it as plainly as that. How do you then see a viable, alternative in this regard?
Thank you, Mr. Moses. You see, when youths are determined to do something, especially Nigerian youths, if Nigerian youth can realize the power they have, you see that we are going to achieve it. Look at NSAS. Everybody is saying the same thing. Everybody is saying the same thing.
Look at how NSAS ended.
Yes.
NSAS ended not because the youths are not formidable, not because they are not saying the same thing. It's because the power that be said, oh, let's disrupt these activities. And never went that. You see what happened. So if the youth actually determined, now we've learned from the NSAS saga. So if now they want now to take political office, of course they know how to do it better than what happens during NSAS.
Well, what can a band of politically inclined, ambitious, charismatic youth do against state-owned machineries? And when you talk about the people that have the power to deploy the army, people that have the power to deploy police, people that have the power to basically hold or bottleneck any campaign that seems like it's gathering enough dust to topple whatever it is on ground, the incumbency as the case may be. Don't you think in this kind of situation there is some sort of a handicap being presented? And if there is no handicap and maybe it's all theoretical, what would you then say is being done wrong? Are you saying the younger or the budding politicians are not politicking properly? Are you saying their manifestos are weak? Are we saying that they don't know the game as well as those who are currently in power?
And the thing is, if you look at the professional politicians, I do call them professional politicians because you see that some people don't even have any other means of livelihood than just politics. They don't have any business, they just do politics from their, some people, and some years back it wasn't like that. Baba Jakonde ruled this Lagos state with just 5 commissioners without SSA, PA, all those things. And you see, the achievement is still there. Now, we are tired of promises, we are tired of professional politicians telling us different things, As a matter of fact, if you see the campaign from 1999 to this time, it has never changed. So we are not saying that it's in the age. The change we are talking about, it is not in the age. We have seen a youth that becomes a speaker of House of Representative investor. What is the achievement? We've seen the youngest governor in this country today is just messing up. The state cannot, the state entrance, as in road to the state from any angle is nowhere. I'm talking of Yaya Bello. And now he's crying that he wants to be governor. Want to be president. On what basis? Where you're coming from, what is the achievement? I traveled. When you get to, just from anywhere you get to Kogi State, it's a jet trap. It's not by the age. I want to correct that notion. It's not by the age. But we are saying that if we still have good-minded, focused, who can do it among the youth. As a matter of fact, we have it among the age as well. We have it among the age, not only the youth. But what I'm trying to say, the picture I'm painting now is that we should not do politics like normal, like before, as usual. We should change how we do politics in Nigeria. Then we have a better Nigeria that everybody's will be proud of.
All right. Now, because of time, we might not be able to dive in any further, but I want to appreciate you for some of the words you said.
I guess we need to have a part 2 of this discussion.
Definitely. So, in about a second or two, if there was an advice you would like to give as quickly as possible, what would that advice be to the youth?
Number 1, believe in yourself. The youth that is aspiring, believe in yourself. Don't allow the cry to weigh you down. 2, the youth, believe in the youth that is aspiring in your local government, in your state, in this country called Nigeria. Support the youth. Don't ask him for money. Ask for what he can do to support the vision. Then number 3, the aspirant. If you think that the youth are okay, youth in Osun State, for example, peradventure, they are 6, and they want to fight the big parties. Come together. Don't say all of us we want to go to pool. You will fail. Come together, form alliance, step down for one another, and present a candidate. You will see that we are going to have a better, a society, a better Nigeria, a better state that everybody will be proud of.
And on that note, we wrap up the show. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Do stay with us. When we return, Daybreak Africa continues.